What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing out there? It is your boy B. Avery coming to you live this Sunday. What's today? June the 27th of 2021. Man, and yes, I am starting a bit early. I am. That's just because I got something special for you guys in addition to my Movie News Roundup show. It's not really going to be a Movie News Roundup show anyway afterwards because there just wasn't that much movie news, this week. And so we're just going to be more of a hangout session. But I came in, guys, and I'm not muted. You know what I'm saying? I'm always muted. And so, but yeah, I'm not muted this time. And I want to thank all of you for being here. I already got 18 people in the chat right now. I do appreciate it. How many likes do I have? I got 19 likes. I got more likes than I got people in the chat. Maybe somebody liked it and went to the bathroom and had to come back or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty dope right there. I thought my camera was straight, but let me go ahead and straighten it up real quick. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and shout out everybody in the chat. We already got a super chat well before the live started. So Wakanda forever.
What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside.
Thank you so much. Hey B, hope you're well. I had a busy weekend. The Fast 9 was wild, and Hitman's Wife Bodyguard was fun. Selma Hayek still has it. That's good to know. That Karen trailer, wow. Yes, we are going to be talking about that Karen trailer later on tonight. So thank you so much, Wakanda Forever, for the super chat. I do appreciate it. And let me just go ahead and shout out everybody in the chat real quick. SJ Evans was good. Hey, how you doing? And let you know, SJ Evans, how you doing? IG, I'm early. Yes, Ghost, what's that? Blue? BK Blue? If I'm saying that, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's up, Gary? I'm a few minutes late, but that's okay. Nary's 21. What is good? How you doing? You had me at hip hop. What's up? And I just let you know, Nearest 211, I have mentally made the connection now between you in the chat and also you on Instagram. I did that today. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Nearest 21 that always is in my chat or whatever. So I know who you are. I mean, I've always recognized you get it. Hopefully you understand. But what's good? What's good? Hey, Zia Latrice, how you doing? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. I'll address you in a second, Zia, and also Max Lamont. Hello from very hot Seattle, Washington. Never been to Seattle, but I'm assuming it's hot. Zia Latrice, ma'am, again, thank you for being here. You are a moderator, so just want to let you know you are a moderator. You still have that privilege, and just want to let you know if anybody in the chat right now does want to be a moderator for tonight, because you know we always have a good time over here, but every once in a while those evil, racist, white supremacist demons just try to come in and ruin all of the fun. So if anybody wants to be a moderator, and of course I have to recognize your name immediately, you know, let me know and I will make you a mod to get the trolls out. Since this is a little bit different, I don't know how I'm gonna handle the comments and super chats. I'm just gonna flow with it and just see how it goes, because I usually, you know, play like a little video or a song or something like that, but we'll just have to see. And also things will proceed at their normal schedule after I bring in my guests and we talk about their film. One of them is here now. The other one, I believe, is having a couple of, he'll be back in a second. We was having a few technical difficulties. But when these gentlemen come in, I want you guys to show them all of the love and support that you possibly can, that you can muster up. Show them as much as you show me. I would really, really appreciate it. And what's going on, Rims 17? Jenna Jamie's may be a mod. May I be a mod? Super fan. Let's see. I don't know, Jenna. I'm sorry, Jenna. You've probably been here before, but your name is not one that I recognize immediately, and I feel bad. But once upon a time, somebody trying to be a Trojan horse, that was like, hey, I want to be a mod. I want to be a mod. And, you know, things, they ended up, you know, using the N-word and stuff like this. So I'm glad I caught that or whatever. But guys, why are we here? Why are we here today? Why is this not starting off as a special movie news roundup show? That's because I have two gentlemen that are directors of this independent Black film called It's a Wonderful Plight. And it's a wonderful film. I reviewed it on my channel. Here it is right here. I don't know if you guys were able to go check out the film, but I did a trailer reaction to it first. And there is the thumbnail. And I also did review the film as well, if you guys want to go check out the review for this as soon as this live is over. And so first you got the trailer reaction for It's a Wonderful Plight. Then you got the review for It's a Wonderful Plight. But now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to the directors, and I am very, very excited to do so. And so again, guys, I'm proud of these gentlemen right here. They have worked very hard. If we have time, we may be able to answer some questions, or you guys may be able to answer some questions towards the end of the chat. And shout out to Zia, Strictly Starlight. How you doing? But let me go ahead and introduce these gentlemen to you right now. These are both the directors for the independent film that is on Amazon Prime right now. It's a Wonderful Plight. That is Mr. Jay Rhodes and also Justin Rhodes and also Corey Williams. Gentlemen, how are y'all doing today? How are you doing?
Hey, doing pretty well, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. You doing too? You doing well too, Justin?
I'm blessed, man. Thank you for having us, man, for real. And thank you for the trailer reaction. Thank you for the film review, you know, on this press run. Like, everything helps to get an indie film to where it needs to be. So I appreciate you exposing our film and showing love to your networks. We both really appreciate that.
Of course, man. Of course, no doubt. I gotta help out the fam, man. You say y'all are making y'all's press run right here. Y'all been all over the place on this news station, that news station. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are right now in USA Today. Let me go ahead and pull that article up for y'all real quick. Y'all in USA Today, so that's pretty dope right there. This was like, you know, all the films that you need to see, you know, this summer. Y'all also been on the Grio. Oh, my computer wants to go slow. Y'all on the Grio. Y'all got interviews in the past coming up. You know, so I'm really proud of y'all, man. I'm really proud of y'all. So so thumbs up right there. Also, Justin, it's finally great to meet you, sir. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about you, as far as you just working super duper hard and just a grinder and just dedicated to the art, to the craft. And I really respect that, man, because when you do things like this, it takes a lot of sacrifice and you know, a lot of sleepless nights. And so it's finally nice to meet you, man. And you know, like I said, I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, man, nice to meet you as well. Yeah, I've been at it for a minute, from music to film, etc. And I think yeah, from the UNT days, it's crazy. It's been like I heard your name in a lot of the circles for a while, but I never think this is our first time having the actual, not
This
even
is true.
face to face, but a conversation where we can see each other's face, man. So appreciate all the love, man. And I think you know the creator world, when you dedicate yourself to a craft, like you say, the sacrifices and how much it takes. So it's a blessing that we get to cross paths in this way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Corey, my brother,
Yes,
what
sir.
is
Yes,
good,
sir.
man?
What's good,
What is
man? I haven't
good?
seen you since UNT,
I
man.
know, bro. That's like over 10 years ago, coming up on 15,
Yes,
man.
longer than 10 years, man.
Yeah.
I would say closer to, yeah, I would say closer to almost 15, man.
Yeah, man, probably more than that, bro. Man. I mean,
Yeah.
I see you online, but for some reason, we just never really communicated on the
Yeah,
phone. And
it's funny, we never really connect, and it's funny because we've always ran into each other on campus.
yes,
We knew of each other.
right.
We
We
were
would speak.
associates.
Yeah,
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 but we never really got a chance to just just
yeah.
hang
You
out,
know,
kick it, go get some drinks or something
right,
like that.
right. It's a
Yeah,
darn shame, man. I remember, you know, at a party or two, posted up right next to you. You know what I'm saying? Look at
right,
her. You know, it was
right,
fun, man. Like
right.
I'm smiling ear to ear. All these memories are coming back on my head, man. And so
Yeah.
and you have been at this for the longest too, or whatever, man. You wear so many hats. You know,
Mm-hmm.
not only are you a director of photography, which we'll get into, you make good music. You know, if you're out there, we are Dallas residents down south. You know, we like our basses to thump and we like our music slow. I'm pretty sure y'all heard of Chopped and Screwed and DJ Screw, but I gotta pub this man. He used to chop and screw his own music back in college. I'm saying, don't strike me
Draws
down.
off.
But draw, like his stuff was like top notch. It was nice. And like he would, some of his stuff sounded better than DJ Screw, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being honest. You know, I give my opinion over here.
I feel you.
It was fire, bro. And so
Yeah.
I want some links. I'll pay. I am a paying customer. I want the old school music
Okay,
because it was just
I'll
that
bring it
good.
back,
So
bro. I'll bring it back, man, and I'll bring out the draws off. That's
yes, the draws
Yeah,
off. If you want
let's
the
have me a
panties to
KO
drop,
event, man.
play this man's music. No, I'm kidding, but I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to get to while we're here, man. Again, guys, I've seen this film about 4 times now, and I love it. And each time I see it, I still cannot let it play all the way through because the soundtrack, the music is just that fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me hear that lyric one more time. It's just that good. And I have some questions I'm gonna ask y'all about that. But before we go there, Justin, I'm gonna start with you, man. If you just wouldn't mind just telling the people out there who you are. I want both of you to pub yourself, okay? Just tell them who you are, what you do, all your credits, brag on yourself. The floor is yours, Justin. We're starting with you.
Okay, well, J. Rhodes, I'm from Oak Cliff, award-winning music producer. Been blessed to produce for Dr. Dre, Rick Ross, Waka Flocka, Talib Kweli, Styles P, Royce the 5'9". Man, and I know I'm forgetting some other artists in there, but I'm music producer by trade, still producing, got some big songs coming. But I've transitioned, not that I'm still a music producer, but I've transitioned into filmmaking. And I think filmmaking is a place where I can put all my talents into one, whether it be writing, directing, film editing, and just all the ideas that I have. Also have a book called These Beats Ain't Free. I'm writing another book. A lot of more movies and dope things coming. Father for husband. I don't know what else, but other than that, man, I'm just a creator that loves to create, and it's a blessing, man. It's I think right now in my career, I've been blessed to do a lot of things, but God has put so much together to where I think I'm at my the start of my creative peak with this film, and we still got some with films in general. and still got a lot of dope music coming with some of your favorite artists as well. So follow me at J_Rhodes. My timeline is an open book. You scroll and you pretty much can see my work and what I'm about. So y'all tap in with me.
Already. Corey, same thing, man. Pub yourself. It's still time to shine, my brother. Tell the people who you are, what you do.
Already. My name is Corey Williams. I'm from Fort Worth, Funky Town, Texas. Some people like to call it Funky Town. Graduate of the University of North Texas. Like Brandon said, I wear many hats, but I can just kind of go down that list real quick. I started playing the piano back in college. Shout out to Quentin Moore. He taught me how to play the keys, and played in the band for a little bit. Then I DJ'd for a little bit. I used to DJ weddings and house parties and all kind of stuff. And then I picked up a camera in 2009, and I'm self-taught. So I am a professional photographer. And from that, I started doing videography, and it just kind of came second nature to me because videography is kind of parallel with photography, which is why they call it motion picture, right? So I hooked back up with Justin after our college days in 2016, and he mentioned he has a book called These Beats Ain't Free. And so Justin had the bright idea of actually making a documentary about his book. But from the documentary, we decided to make it a web series. So we got the web series. I was the main film cinematographer for that. And then after that, we did House of Beats, which is a reality show about producers. And it's not about producers. It's more of a real life competition show, I would say.
Okay.
Yep. And that was in 2018. And matter of fact, we got some good stuff coming up with that. And then fast forward to African American Black Film Festival in 2019. Justin had the idea of the movie, which is the primary topic of tonight. It's a Wonderful Plight. And but I don't want to get too far on that. I want you to ask the question so that we can segue into that. My bad, but that's all about me, man. My bad.
No. You good. Now, Justin, I'm coming back to you, man. Before we get in, if you just real quick, just want to tell people like what It's a Wonderful Plight is about, if they've never heard of it before. You know, what would you say this film is about? What the plot, the story? I'm sorry.
Okay. Can you see me okay? My this internet spotty in here. I just want to make sure I'm Gucci.
It's a little choppy, but we can still see you and hear you.
Okay, that's cool. But It's a Wonderful Plight centers around Scott. He's a white American male that loves Black culture, but not. He loves Black culture, but not Black people. In essence, you know what I mean? Not that he's just super racist or anything, but it's like he appreciates one without having any significance or reverence for the other.
Did we lose him?
I think we may have lost him.
Okay. Yeah, he having an internet connection, but that's okay. He'll be back as soon as he comes back. I'll add him in. But Corey, if you wouldn't mind just kind of picking up where he left off, just on what this film is about, and what the general plot is, just so to give the people a general idea of what it's about.
Right. So the general idea of it is the main character is a white guy who appreciates Black culture, Black music. He just likes Black art. However, he doesn't understand the privilege that he has as a white man, right?
Right.
And so, as you can see posted here, we have Scott, who is actually explaining to his friend about Black music and why he likes it. And so basically we take Scott through a series of events in this movie, such as gentrification, such as the crack era, the Reagan era, a little bit of that, Botham Jean. We just take them through just a lot of different things that Black people have went through. And that's pretty much the gist of it, of the entire movie.
Okay.
Without giving too much away, but
right. I got you. Don't want to give anything away.
Right.
And I have my questions, but before I do that, some people out there may have not seen the trailer, so let me go ahead and just play the trailer for them just real quick, so they can get a better taste of what the film is. All right.
Okay.
Let me remove this banner real quick. All right, here we go.
Music, to dance, to the arts, it all derives from melanated individuals. What does it mean to be an ally?
Black as fuck. Western Snipes bathwater. Black as fuck. Clothes on the bum. Black as fuck. Western Snipes bum.
Is it merely loving black culture?
When Juvenile says Cash Money Records taking over for the 99-2000, that shit resonates with me on such a deep level.
Or appreciating the ones who created it?
When Monica's saying just one of them days. Monica? Yeah, Monica. When she's saying just one of them days, I magically grasped what it was like to be a teenage girl with PMS.
See?
Hey! What boy?
The black plight can't be explained.
See, what it is this new miracle pill. Take half.
It can only be experienced.
But anything more than that, and you'll have heavy. And I mean, heavy hallucinations.
An ally has all the benefits of privilege, right? But their whole goal is to topple the system from within. And if music is the universal language, we gonna let music do the talking.
Will be your musical tour guide on this journey of wokeness.
Back in the day, 1619, on a continent where everyone was melanated, an African queen had a pretty black baby. Make it.
You have what it takes to be a full-fledged ally.
I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready.
To understand the plight, be prepared to experience the wokest musical you've ever seen. Black man, make it. White man, take it. Make it. Make it. Take it. Don't just be a viewer. Take it. Be an ally. White man, take it.
Why are you yelling?
I'm not yelling, you yelling.
I'm yelling because you're yelling.
Well, you stop yelling first, mother.
So ultimately, are you saying that in order for America to make real change, we need a totally new breed of the white American population?
Yes. Black man, make it. White man, take it.
All right. There you go, guys. That is the trailer. I know y'all are like salivating at the mouth right now, like, oh my God, I can't wait till this live is over because I want to see it right now. And where can you see it? You can actually see it on Amazon. There it is right there. It's a Wonderful Plight. Got 5 stars because it's just that fire. I mean, it's $4.99. You know what I'm saying? $9.99 if you want to buy, $4.99 if you want to rent it over on Amazon Prime right now. If you got a Disney Plus subscription, if you got a Disney Netflix subscription, Hulu, you can shoot these brothers a couple of dollars just to go help them out. And so yeah, there's a trailer right there. Like I said, guys, I did review the film and it is super fire. So Justin, I'm gonna come to you first, man, with this first question I have. Like I said for like 17 times, I'm gonna say it another 17 times. I love the film. How and where, how did you come up with this concept and this idea to make this film? Because it to me it's very creative. So I just kind of want to know, get into your mind of how all of your creative juices were flowing and how you came up with this.
All right, so my bad. I had to move in the car, and hopefully it's better internet. Can you hear me, my brother?
It is a better connection, yes, sir.
All right, there we go. But we were at the American Black Film Festival because it was for my my visual for Make It Take It. Make It Take It was a song that I made that just, depicts. It was a song that was playing in the trailer, and it just depicts, 400 plus years of, systemic oppression and everything that's going on in the United States. So we didn't get accepted for any of our movies at that point, which was disappointing. But the American Black Film Festival, they had this music in motion category. So we just submitted something on the whim, and they got back, said, hey, we love it. So now we're in one of the most prestigious film festivals in the world. And so it was just a great experience to be around Black Hollywood and just all the people that it entailed, and just to know that we belong. So basically riding that wave of inspiration, it was at the American Black Film Festival Awards that we were at. And I was just sitting there and I was like, man, we need to come back and win this award, because what's funny, I wanted to come back and win the John Singleton Award. It was the first time they were going to do it 2020. What's funny is another director from Dallas eventually won it. So I had a purpose for it, but it ended up, to me, the film started doing even bigger than what I eventually wanted it. But anyway, so I just was like, man, we gotta, if they loving our music like this, what we're gonna do is have a whole film around songs that I've already created, but just kind of tell a story like A Christmas Carol and really hit home to somebody that probably doesn't know anything, the same way that Ebenezer Scrooge probably didn't know how much he was blessed and, you know, the past, present, and future of Christmas. We was doing the same thing for wokeness. And so, you know, anytime I think about Christmas Carol, when I was thinking for titles, I also think of It's a Wonderful Life and Christmas. You know, all those films to me are kind of in the same vein. So I thought to myself, I was like, It's a Wonderful Life. I was like, what wrong with life? It was like, it's a wonderful plight, kind of like the plight of the African-American in this country. And at that point, I knew it was a God thing. So I was like, it's a wonderful plight. That's what we doing. I text Corey. I was like, man, I got a great idea. This is what we gonna do. And he pulled up on me, and he, like I say, he looked me in the eye, and he was like, hey, okay, well, I kind of like, and I say this in a lot of interviews, I knew that he didn't fully know what I was talking about, but I knew that he was down with whatever I was coming up with. And man, that's it. So from there, like, numerology, man, I'm becoming a big believer in how God talks to us through numbers, but it's almost like when the film came out, it was almost 2 years to the exact date that I thought about the idea, and here it is, you know, 2 years later, just really going global. So that's a blessing, man. That's a real blessing.
I got you, man. It is, man. And again, congratulations. Corey, coming to you, do you have anything that you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to say at first, when he came with the idea, I did not know what he was talking about. Like, you know, because the thing is with Justin, man, like when he comes up with an idea, it's just kind of like you just got to roll with it, you know, because his mind is very artsy and creative. But truth be told, I was just kind of like, what are you talking about, bro? You know?
Yeah. I got you. Well, I'm glad that y'all, I guess eventually you did understand what he was talking about, because you guys were able to produce a wonderful film, man. And so, you know, you guys were two super duper directors, man. Here they go right here. You know, you better watch out. They may shoot you.
You know?
I'm sorry. I know that was corny, but I couldn't help myself.
I like corny.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And so I mean, let me ask y'all this too, because this is, you know, this is an independent film. It's not a big Hollywood budget. It's where you just have millions and millions of dollars at your disposal to do this. I understand that, you know, you have an extremely small budget, time constraints, scheduling, you know, filming. Even if you have all the resources, making a film, I imagine, is extremely difficult, you know. But when you don't have when you have an independent film, you have the blessing that, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. You know, you don't have to order to, you know, no execs, but at the same time, like I said, you don't have all the resources. So if you guys can just talk about the difficulties of making a film, because some people, like, you know, if I just make a YouTube video that's 10 minutes, oh, it's 10 minutes long, so I guess it took you 10 minutes to create it. You know, that's just not the case. So if you could just talk about the difficulties of just making a film, that process, and also any challenges y'all had making this film right here, to where you may have wanted to pull your hair out or something like that. Because I mean, that interests me as a fan. And Corey, we can start with you on that one.
Yeah. So I would say Justin and I, we've mastered guerrilla shooting, meaning we know how to utilize what we have, right? So, like, for instance, back in 2016, when we did our web series, we literally used one camera and we just made it work.
Hold on, Corey. I'm sorry, because I want this replay to. There's some feedback coming from one of the mics. I don't know what that could be. I just wanted to try to fix that real quick.
I'm not sure. Okay. It may be Justin. I think. Yeah, Justin. I think you're moving your phone. I think.
Okay. There we go. My bad, my brother. Proceed.
Okay, no, that's all good. But what I was saying was, Justin and I, we've mastered how to shoot guerrilla style, meaning we just utilize what we have. And I think the most important thing when it comes to, you know, making things happen is utilizing what you have. So there's always going to be some difficulty, but if you really want to get it done, you'll get it done. Now, as far as the movie goes, shout out to April Patterson, our executive producer of the film. She actually had a nice schedule for us. She was also the casting director, so she helped us out a lot with that. But to answer your question, Brandon, it's and I know it's kind of vague, and cliche to say, but you just have to utilize what you have. So, you know, if you have someone who can write, which is Justin, boom, you write something. And if you have someone who can film it, which is me, then boom, that's like the perfect combination. And then you just make it happen. And I know it's like easier said than done, but still, it's just more of one of those things where we dealt with a lot of trial and error too, because it didn't happen overnight. You know, like 5 years ago, we just picked up a camera and started shooting, you know, and I think that's the best way to do it sometimes. It's like you don't always have to go and say, well, I got to go to film school first, or I got to get this certification, or I got to go get this piece of paper. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just about going to go get that camera, getting out in the street and just go shooting guerrilla style, you know. And yeah, and Justin, you can pick up after that, but that's pretty much my answer to that. It's like we just use what we have, man.
Right on. Justin, you have anything to add to that?
I think we lost him again.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. he'll be back. Yeah. Do you feel, you don't have to answer this if you want to, man, but I used to do box office breakdowns on my channel, but I stopped doing that when it was we was in the pandemic. But during that time, I always disclosed, like, man, you know, the film made this amount of money, but it cost this amount of money to make. I'm always talking about millions of dollars. I say, like, in Hollywood, a $5 million film is cheap in pennies. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all done put, you know, $5 million into this. Right. And it looks great. Do you feel comfortable disclosing the cost of this film and how much y'all had to raise or put together to make it? If you don't want to disclose that, you don't have to.
No, that's fine. I'm actually gonna let Justin answer that question when he gets back on. But I can tell you it was very, very little. Like very little. Like below $5,000 for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. Like we got a few donations here and there. Yeah, but definitely below 5,000 for sure.
Okay, I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed.
Like I said, we just shot. Like I said, we shot it with one camera, with the exception of one scene, which is the opening scene. We actually had my boy Ernest Kelly, who helped out with his second camera. So yeah, like the budget was very, very little. Justin, we got you back.
Yeah, I think we back. I actually drove around the corner and I got 3 bars.
Hey, gotta get them bars. Yeah,
I got 3 bars, so I think we back on.
Cool, man. Cool. I was just asking Corey, you know, if he felt comfortable disclosing what the cost of the film is, because I used to always talk about box office numbers on my channel and discuss the production budget, marketing budget, etc. And that's in the millions of dollars, you know. Yeah. And I wish we all had that at our disposal. So if you wouldn't mind, he was just saying it was under $5,000, and that is very impressive. But if you have anything to add to that, man, you know, go ahead.
Yeah, like it was under $5,000, and that's like, you know, not counting some of the cost of equipment that we had. But when you think about what we already purchased and what we already had together, most of the stuff was, you know, paying the actors up front. You know, a lot of work was pro bono, and people just really loved what we were doing, so they signed waivers. And man, when you think about a $5,000 film not looking like it was $5,000, I always say to me and Corey, whatever we get, we gonna maximize, like you said. So if we doing a film on $5,000, we gonna make it look like it's at least 100,000. If you give us 100,000, oh God, right?
Yes.
If you give us 1 million, oh my goodness. And I think we're gonna keep that in play even when we start getting bigger budgets, because I just really think it's honestly, anybody but Black people in general were very resourceful. You know what I'm saying? You give us the waist of a pig, and we gonna call it chitlins, right? So I think that kind of some of that same stuff came into play with this film, and most of it was kind of, you know, paid out and put together by April Patterson, our producer. You know, it was kind of like little spots here and there, but when I say that you got a $5,000 budgeted film in the USA Today and in Griot and Essence with films that are in the millions, I think that's a super impressive feat, that the more pub this film gets, the more that feat will be talked about.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Now let's go. I want to get into a little bit more specifics of the film and the plot without spoiling it. You know, because I hate spoilers. I'm sure y'all do too. While this is a serious film, it doesn't beat the viewer over the head. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to walk away from this depressed, like, oh my God, you know, what do we do? You know, I mean, they'll be more motivated and inspired. And while it has that tone of seriousness, it's all, you know, and with the music, which we'll get to, it's also very comical. It's funny to me. I laughed a few times, and I love how seamless that was. One of the things that's funny to me is your character's name, Justin, is Joseph the Hotep. I really like that, you know. And I think it's brilliant because it catches everybody's attention. Also, I'm proud that you chose that name Hotep at the end, because that usually has a negative connotation to it nowadays, unfortunately. So if you could just talk about why you named your character Joseph the Hotep and the significance of that title.
Okay, because when I was writing the film, it's kind of some of the same things that you said, B. It's more like when you say Hotep, it's such a negative connotation, and so I kind of wanted to take that name back. You know, I'm you know, in the middle on it either way. You know what I mean? But it was just more like every time somebody has something negative to say about somebody, it's Hotep. So it was kind of tongue in cheek with this guy really doing the work that somebody needs to do to create allies and doing positive work. That is Joseph the Hotep. It was just kind of like tongue in cheek, like, oh, you know, it's this Hotep dude that's actually really doing good work. So what y'all got to say about that? So it's funny that you noticed that lets me know like how good and how deep you focus on your work. That was like I ain't gonna say an afterthought, but it was something so minor and minuscule that I didn't think too many people were gonna catch. But it's dope that you caught that, and I named them that for the exact reasons that you you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Anytime somebody tries to it can just anytime a black person tries to do something positive for a community, it could be something as simple like, hey, let's make sure black children know how to read. Yeah. Oh, he's a Hotep. He's a Hotep. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my goodness gracious. I have the same mindset as Martin Luther King in 67, 68. So you're saying MLK was a Hotep too? I mean, it's just kind of silly to me. But you know, anyway, I'm glad that you did that. Corey, you got anything you want to add to that, my brother?
Oh man, Justin said it all, man. I'm sorry, my mind went blank. I was thinking about something else. I'm sorry, bro.
No, man, you good, man. You good. Let me just also say something else, man. When I'm just as a fan, when I'm watching the film, I usually am not a fan of opening credits. I just think they take you out of the film. Especially when you have a great opening scene. I don't know if y'all seen Watchmen, the Zack Snyder movie. Prime example is like, you know, they had the opening scene. It was a badass fight scene. You know, you're pumped. Then it goes to a opening credits and it just takes me out. Then it wants to go back to the movie. However, in this film right here, that's not the case. I absolutely love the opening scene. I love the opening credits. You know, shots over the body of water. You know, it was nice because we all are residents in Dallas, and I was noticing the location. But Corey, if you could just talk about how you got that shot where we have Saba the goddess in the background, you know, with her wonderful lyrics, Scott running in the very opening of the film. And it's like I don't want to say like a lake, but just a body of water, and the camera is kind of panning over. I don't know if I'm assuming you use the drain. I don't think you're Superman. You can fly over the water, but I just thought that's really cool, man. And
yeah,
so
man. Yeah,
if you could just talk about that, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, we got that shot on that was our last day of filming, actually.
Okay.
And that was shot at Lake Carrollton. I'm sorry, a lake in Las Colinas in Irving.
Okay.
And so you got it right. That was shot with a drone. And so we got Scott to run down the sidewalk of the lake, and I got my drone shot, and I think it took about 3 tries in order to get that perfect shot. And so yeah, we got Scott running, got the drone shot, and then I believe that same day we got the ending scene too, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. We don't want to.
Yeah. And then also, I want to mention
go ahead.
something too. My boy E. Kelly, he almost crashed my drone trying to get that shot. Yeah.
Wow, that was my next question, man. I was going to ask how many takes it took. I think you said 3, And then I was like, man, I hope they get caught in a tree or something, man, and you know, or caught on the roof somewhere, man. You know, that would be horrible.
Thank God we didn't lose the drone. However, Justin and I have ran into some instances where I flew a drone into a tree in Napa Valley shooting an episode of These Beats Ain't Free. But that was a hilarious situation right there. But yeah, we got the shot in about 3 or 4 tries, and yeah, that was the opening scene, man.
Okay, I got you. Now, Justin, I know we don't want to talk spoilers, and if you don't want to disclose this, because I know you touched on it in the film and also in the trailer, but in your opinion, what is how are race relations in the country today? If you don't mind, how would you say that the race relations between white and black people are, you know, allyship, all that good stuff?
I think, man, I think people view them as getting better because, you know, I was finna say there's not any black people hanging from trees, but that's not the case because
man,
sometimes they're getting hung from trees and they're saying if they hung themselves. I think what I will say is it's just more it's more subtle, even though sometimes it's not subtle, but I think it's viewed as, I think some of the same views and some of the same things are there, and we've been spinning our wheels. But what I do think is that they're having a harder job, you know, controlling the narrative now with the internet, with social media, with things spreading. So I think right now films like this, and in any era, it was the music and the arts that have pushed the momentum and have, you know, pushed the culture forward. I think that we're in a very pivotal part of this culture with race relations, and it's going to take music, you know, of like, you know, that Toby's making, or that, you know, Royce the 5'9" is making, or that I'm making in this film to really kind of, you know, not just us, but a lot of other people like Kendrick, you know, to really, 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 really push that culture. And I think a film like this, from all the feedback that we're getting, whether, you know, they're black, white, yellow, green, or brown, it's just like really forwarding the conversation and really making people understand the conversation. Because I think at this point, we've said what we're going to say so many different ways.
Right.
Malcolm has fought for it and died for it, and he was, you know, he was by any means necessary. Martin Luther King, nonviolent, has fought for it, marched for it. Now he's gone, and he was, you know, peace or whatever. So we've done these things throughout the years, but it's something about the way that this film goes about it. I think music is the universal language, and it's still like one of the last sources of magic out there, right? Especially hip-hop music these days. That 808 is captivating. The, you know, the African tribal drums, there's so many captivating pieces that we're telling the story and saying the same thing that Fred Hampton and everybody is saying, but we're saying it in such an undeniable way. And I've said this ad nauseum in so many interviews, but it's almost like we've embedded, you know, the medicine for the dog in his dog food. You know, I mean, anybody that have a dog, you put gravy over it, you put the dog food in there, you do your thing, and they eat it and they're happy about it, but they don't know that they not only got something they wanted, they got something that they needed. So to say all that, I think race relations are still tense in this country. I think they're at a pivotal moment to where we actually can push the needle to kind of get those things pointed in the right direction. And the main thing that we have to do is to be unapologetic in that. I think
yes,
for us to really make the change, we can't coddle. White people have to understand that their ancestors and their descendants did an awful thing. You know what I'm saying? And like, not only do you benefit from that foundation that they set up, and we don't. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that that's the end all be all for black people. That doesn't mean that that's the end all be all for white people. But those things happen, so we have to come together, be real. Those things have to be acknowledged.
Yeah,
and have to be like, hey, this was this, and then we can actually really start the healing. But we also have to understand that this country was built on faulty foundation. So who knows, like, if it's even meant? Who knows if the system really is doing what it's supposed to do? So I think it's up to us to really just kind of rip the system out and start a whole new one. So that's how I feel.
Right on. Corey, you can add on to that, but I also want to ask you specifically. Justin just said that we have to be unapologetic, and we do. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So you can speak on that. But specifically in the film, another thing that we have to do is stop caring about what white people think. You know, we care too much about we care too much about their feelings than actual facts and actual history, and that is being a part of being unapologetic. But if you can you know, comment on that too, man, that would be great.
Yeah, for sure. I think that especially nowadays where you got the Black Lives Movement going on, I think to answer your first question that you asked is about race relations. Like Justin said, it's very subtle. I think it's making progress. However, my issue is this: whenever you have something that becomes popular and mainstream, it's easy for white people to say, "Okay, I'm an advocate for Black people," and then they put a Black Lives Matter sign in their front yard, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're truly an ally, because
Right.
they're not really doing the groundwork. They're not really, they're just acting like they're playing the part. And
Exactly.
I'm not saying that all of them are like that, but
Correct.
it just makes it easier to go and jump on the bandwagon of the Black Lives Matter. But that doesn't, and as you can see, it barely did anything. It just made a lot of noise, and it probably made a few changes, but not enough. I mean, in my opinion. So, you know, I think this country was built upon just like, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like this country, and this, I hate to say it, but it's just not built for us. It
Oh
wasn't.
yeah, bro. You don't gotta hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know,
That is what it is. And like you said, I mean, and y'all just said it too. Like, we got to stop being like apologetic about stuff, man.
right.
And, so
Zia saying because it's trendy, and it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
They want to appear that they're on the right side of history. You know.
Yeah. So that's my issue. And shout out to Misty. She came to our premiere at Angelica Film Theater last week. Excuse me, guys. And she talked about
co-conspirators. Pictures ready.
Yeah,
man. Pictures ready.
You know, I do what I can. You know, a little picture here and there. You know.
yeah. So shout out to Misty. Misty talked about co-conspiratorship as opposed to allyship, and she was just discussing the differences between the two. And I kind of like that word, co-conspiratorship, because it kind of makes it more like, okay, you're doing the groundwork and you're not just putting the Black Lives Matter sign up. And so that's kind of my take on the question. I'm sorry, can you repeat the second question for me, please?
Oh no, you hit the nail on the head. You pretty much answered it. It was that, and also just I was saying we're more worried about the external than the internal, because I know that was spoken on in the film. But you answered it, man. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Coming back to you, Justin. So one of your last answers, you also we was talking about allyship. Like what is your like definition of a true ally? Because to me, you know, let me set it up, because you know we have to be very careful, because these white supremacists out here, these demons, they are grandmaster deceivers. They waste your time. That's what they just try to waste your time. It is pointless to get into a debate with a racist white supremacist person, because especially on the internet or in person, whatever. Even because even if you do win the argument, what do you get for it?
This is true.
You don't get nothing. You don't get no money. You don't get no resources. You know, I mean, all that money is all that energy that you're wasted arguing with somebody, you know, could be used to galvanize your own people. And for me, a true ally is somebody that will not try to debate you, not try to argue with you, but just shut their damn mouth and listen. You know, even if they do, you still got to be careful, you know, because you can just be talking. Because I'm done trying to explain racism to white people, white supremacists. There have been plenty of books, documentaries, speeches, articles that are still available just from a Google search that, you know, and a real ally will come to you like, hey, I've studied this and this. Yeah. You know, how can I help? So if you can kind of just expand on that, on like, you know, what is your definition of a true ally versus a false ally, and you know, kind of how you have to be careful, you know, when you're navigating these streets, so you don't give yourself a headache or a brain aneurysm.
Like you said, man, it's carefully allocating your energy, because even when I made the film, the reason I didn't coddle it and I told a true message is because it's some people that you're not going to, in essence, save or cross over. And
Right.
honestly, that can be the majority of people. So my thing is really, like you say, it's some people, even if you win this argument, even if you have all the facts, like, I'm not going to argue with a mofo that blue is green. You know what I mean? And that's how most of this stuff is. You know what you've been through. We know our experience. We know the deal. And you can argue ad nauseum with people that don't want to see the light. Put them in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Allocate them. Put them over there. What we're really trying to reach and do. First of all, we're trying to empower ourselves. That's why this film, even though it does speak on allyship and it empowers people that really want to be allies, this is also a film for us. This is for us to look at and be like, oh yeah, that's dope. This is us. This is how powerful we are. This is what we've been through. This is how strong we are. And honestly, the whole thing, you dang right, and that's why critical race theory needs to be. That's a whole nother story that we could talk about. But so it's the few and the proud of people that benefit from privilege, but that are willing to throw their privilege in a garbage can, and that's probably 1% of every 99 of every 100 white person. Just to be totally honest, because even if they're decent at heart, that's how Scott was depicted in the movie. Not a horrible KKK screaming racist,
right?
But he wasn't going to throw his privilege in the trash can so that everybody can be together at first and come together. So at the end of the day, that's really what it takes. It takes the few and the proud to be like, hey, I benefit from this thing, but guess what? Fuck this thing, because right is right. And so those are the people that you want to talk to. Those are people you want to reach. Anytime you have facts and anytime somebody is arguing with you about your right to be equal and exist, you cut them off and you don't even waste your time on those people.
Right.
So we're not worried about that. We ain't trying to convert, any kind of, we ain't trying to convert. I mean, we're not trying to convert the unconvertible, but if people are willing to learn and be open, I think that's how we should approach it, not just with art, but in real life. If a mofo over there raising the flag, you know what I'm saying, and really, acting like racism didn't exist and doing all this other stuff, then they're your enemy. To be totally honest, they don't care about your existence. File them as an enemy. But if somebody, not saying that everything you say is right, but there's some things that are non-negotiable, and your right to exist is non-negotiable. So anytime somebody is arguing against that and coming against that, you don't even spend your energy on them. So I totally agree with you.
Exactly. Something I learned a few years ago is like, there may be a lot of white people out there that love us, but they love us as like we're the dogs of the family, because you can care for your dog and love your dog and play with your dog and feed your dog and do all this stuff, but it's still a goddamn dog. If the dog try to sit on the table with you and eat like a human being, they're gonna get struck down. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we're treated. And we got a super chat right there from Papa Avery, 1999. Thank you so much, sir. I do really appreciate the super chat. Thank you. And it was something else I was going to say. It just slipped my mind. But let's talk about this right here. This is a hip hop musical. Okay, I mean it's a musical. There is music. There are lyrics. Shout out to where's she at? Miss Saba the Goddess. You can find her information in the chat as well. She is one of the lyrical geniuses in here. And so, you good, man. And so shout out to her. But I want to talk about the music, man. The music is super duper fire. I mean, like, I can jam this in my car. I can jam this at the gym. I can jam this when I'm running. I can jam this when I'm cleaning my house. I can jam this when I want to feel spiritually uplifted. It is wonderful. My favorite 3 songs are Make It, Take It, Gentrification, and also Melanin. Gentlemen, please tell me how y'all came up with the music in this film, because I loved it so much. Corey, we can start with you.
I mean, that was all Justin Rhodes, man. Justin Rhodes, he cooked up the beats, wrote the lyrics, did his thing, man. I mean, I did all the visuals for the music videos, which is why we got accepted to the Black Film Festival in Miami. But yeah, man, that was Justin and his wizardry, if that's a word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that wizardry. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm sorry. We got the super chat right here from Mr. Harvey Avery. He is a UNT alum as well. He was up there in Denton when it was North Texas State University. So, I had to shout out. Yeah.
Man, you put him out there, bro. Why you do that?
I mean, come on. It's all good. It's all love. But I got to show the mean green spirit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what's up, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. But Justin, I'm coming to you, man. The music, man. Talk about it, man. It's fire, man. That gentrification is lovely, and I love where I could have sworn I was like, man, I stay around the corner from there. Anyway, talk about it, man.
Yeah,
It was so seamless. It don't even seem like a musical. It flows so well. But go ahead, my brother. Go ahead,
bro. Thank you. Two things, and I'm running to get my charger too. I'm the one giving us all the problems in this chat, but we gonna talk about the music real quick. But man, it's just for me. Like you say, it doesn't feel like a musical. I am not even really a fan of musicals in a traditional sense. Not that I don't like them, not that they, don't have their place, but I'm just not a big fan of them. So I kind of wanted, I know, especially in our culture, like we just not the hugest fans of musicals. So for this to be a musical, that's why I titled it a hip hop musical, because it had to have a certain flair, a certain flow. And the reason that I think the musical was so strong is because we wrote the script after the music. So I was at a point in my career, like 2018, 2019, where my music was just really reflecting the culture. And I would make, African style beats at some of my biggest places. Like whether it be some stuff from Cray and Styles P. I know that's what
Oh, my brother, check your audio, man. You kind of cutting in and out.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
That boy they're struggling, man.
it's all good, man. It's all good. I just have a couple of more questions.
It's all good.
But I loved it, man.
I wish I could pick up from where he left off, but I don't even know where.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. So something else, like we've all edited music or videos, and sometimes you don't want it to be too long. The film is with the credits about an hour and 15 minutes. But sometimes if I'm I've never made a film before, like you guys on your level, but I've edited a couple of YouTube videos, and sometimes it's very painful when you have to cut some things out. You're like, oh, I want to include this, but it may not hit well. So are there anything that you guys shot, wrote, or whatever, lines, dialogue, footage, whatever, that you were not able to include in the film that, if you could, you would have included, but you couldn't?
Yeah. Well, actually, we used 90% of everything that we shot. And I say 90% because there was a lot of dialogue in the scene where Joseph the Hotep was doing the interview with Terry the Tape. I mean, not Terry the Tape. With Terry, the interview, the white lady.
Right.
The older white lady.
Right.
So there was a lot of dialogue in there, so we had to shorten that. We actually edited that scene probably about 5 or 6 times. So other than that, I would have to say that every scene that we shot, we used. I mean, we might have made a few tweaks, but we didn't take out anything. We didn't take out any dialogue. We just rearranged it, if you will, but yeah, I would say 90% of everything that we shot, we used.
Yep. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes I hear that people had to cut about 50% out, and they lost footage. So it's nice to see that you guys.
And thank God we didn't lose any footage, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, that would have been horrific.
Yeah, it can be horrible. We've all had those growing pains. I've tried to record a video and forgot my mic was on. My mic was turned off, and or the I thought the camera was on me, but it was over there the whole time.
Now I will tell you this. There were a few scenes where we had to do some dub overs because actually we did lose some audio.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we lost some audio on the scene with Scott and the video game player.
Really? In the beginning?
Not at the beginning, but at the end, we had to fill in some dialogue with that. But other than that, shout out to our audio guy Sawyer. He did an excellent job on doing the audio for the. Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool, man. Cool. I'm assuming you were over the direction of the Melanin song where we had I don't have the image, but the black girl dancing. I looked like she was in like a junkyard. She had like a blue dress on, man. Can you talk about that a little bit and how you captured those shots, man? Because I really do love that, man. All the cinematography that went into it was really powerful scene to me.
Yeah. Okay. So we were blessed with using Amber Pickens, who is a beautiful dancer. She's
Mm-hmm.
actually a Dallas native, and she went to Booker T. Washington High School, and then from there, she went to Juilliard in New York,
Nice,
and she
nice.
graduated from there. And then she ended up staying in New York, and she's done Broadway, and she's danced for some top people out in New York, and she's actually orchestrated some shows, and she's just dope. So she came home to visit one day, and then we ended up doing a photo shoot. And then following the photo shoot, I decided to capture some footage, um, just of her running, dancing, just doing some beautiful stuff, not knowing that we were going to use it for the movie. So I actually just did it just to exercise my creative skills. And so we did the photo shoot, and then we shot just her freestyle, and all that was freestyle. Um, so I hooked my camera up to my stabilizer, and we just improv for a good maybe 20, 30 minutes, man. And next thing you know, we decided to use it in the film. I mean, because what better way to explain black girl magic and black culture than a beautiful black woman dancing
Yes.
in a junkyard? You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. And this scene that I'm playing over and over is the young lady that he is referring to. It's a beautiful scene. The lyrics that they have in this song right here, the song is called Melanin. And I love it how it kind of just breaks down how I don't want to spoil too much, but just how, you know, it's silly. Sometimes all these, you know, light skin versus dark skin comments and debates that people have, and you know, we're all brothers and sisters under the same sun. Well, I was on keep talking about. I don't want to spoil the lyrics or anything like that, but yeah, man. But overall, guys, this is completely fire, man, and I'm very proud of y'all and the hard work that you put into this. You know, I just want to give y'all 2 thumbs up right there because it's just that wonderful. And so, is there anything that you want to tell the people out there about this film? Any final words, anything? And also, guys, if you're in the chat right now and you have a question for Justin or Corey, please ask. If it's on topic and respectful, I will highlight the comments. So you can just do that in the comments right now. But is there anything else about this film, the importance of it, why you think people should see it? You know, just kind of like your final thoughts or whatever as far as promoting it.
For sure. I'll go first. I just want to first off, I want to thank the people who have either rented or bought the movie so far. And I just ask that you guys just support it, you know, tell everybody about it, you know, tell your brother, your sister, your cousins, your niece, your nephews, and if you watch it, please give it a 5 stars. I mean, you know, well, actually, you can be honest, but still, we'd appreciate 5 stars. You know,
right.
But yeah, I just want you guys to enjoy the movie and just really take something from it. Just enjoy the message and just really take something from it and just spread the word as much as possible, because we're just 2 young black guys just trying to make something happen, and not trying, we are making something happen. And yeah, we want y'all to be a part of this movement, man. It's a family ordeal over here, man. So we got to keep y'all in the loop. Y'all with us.
Right on. Robert is asking if it was self-funded, and I believe y'all answered that it was. And also the affiliate. How did the affiliation with Amazon occur?
That took place with man, just get you some focused black women on your team and things that happen. Like April Patterson, she was real dope and instrumental on the front end with the you know, production of the movie, etc. But Aaron Hawkins, like, she brokered a deal with a real dope distribution company called 1091 Pictures. They really were liking the film, and they wanted to put it out during Black History Month, but we were fielding, you know, a lot of different offers. Man, say, y'all gotta subscribe and follow Brandon Keith.
He own it, man. Dude, own it.
This man. Anyway, so 1091.
He knew you was gonna talk about 1091. Dang.
Man had it. But yeah, they broke it. You know, got the music together. And so it was them, man. They got us out on a lot of different digital distribution places. But like, you know, Amazon is the main one, and it's living there until we got a lot of deals behind the scene that we talking. The more buzz the movie gets, the more deals we talking about. So yeah, like, you know, having dope people on your team, but it was Black women, they rock, because they definitely were very instrumental in starting the film and very instrumental in getting the film to the world.
Right on, right on, right on. And again, guys, if anybody has any more questions, let's go ahead and I want to respect these gentlemen time while they're here. But something else I want to say, man, is just like, you know, if you're out there, guys, and you're passionate about something and you want to do it, just do it. Just do it, man. Don't worry. I mean, of course you want to have the best production you can, or with any project you're working on, but just do it. Even if you're like a YouTuber and you're like, I want to start a channel, but I'm worried about my mic, I'm worried about the lights, I'm worried about my sound. F that, man. If you got a cell phone, just record and upload that thing, man. It doesn't matter. I cannot stress that enough. Just start, okay? Just start, okay? Even if you look, if you want to, my homeboy hit me up today talking about, Brandon, I'm gonna start doing comics. I was like, bro, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Stan Lee started somewhere. You know, we all got to start somewhere. You know, I'm still a small fry on YouTube, but I started with 0 subscribers, and so. Like Corey said earlier, you know, in 2009, he picked up a camera and look where he's at now. You know, y'all are putting films out on Amazon. And so let me see. Let me anything else? Let me make sure it's a good comment before I put it up. Okay. So Gamble Group Entertainment, GGE, anything else in the pipeline? Great work and great interview. Thank you. Representing Dallas well. Many blessings to y'all. We'll definitely support. So y'all got anything exciting coming up that y'all are working on? If you can disclose it at this time.
Well, man, okay. Film wise, man, we're working. I'm already writing music for It's a Wonderful Play too, Brandon. You said you love the music, and like I say, it just really comes from a spiritual place, like a real, you know, even speaking with musicals, man. Like, I'm not a big fan of them in traditional sense, but we have the music that's homegrown from our hoods, from our ancestral or whatever, and so we work on that first in before we do the film. So I'm currently crafting It's a Wonderful Play 2 right now, the music first. So that's gonna pop. Man, we got a post-apocalyptic film called King of Dallas.
What?
Oh my gosh. And that deals with, I can't even tell you what that deals with. It's gonna be so many. It's almost like gonna be our signs or our Sixth Sense. Let me just say that. Because when we pull back the layers on that, oh my gosh, I can't wait till y'all see that.
I can't wait either.
Man, we it's in production, not even in production, we're writing it, but we film like the pilot. And I need to send you some of that, bro, because once we, you know, craft that, that's gonna be crazy. We working on House of Beats season 2, you know, just to backdoor something as creative and magical as It's a Wonderful Play with our version of what we think reality TV should be, like enhancing the lives of music producers and really helping them get their thing going. It's very entertaining. So House of Beats is coming up. We got we're doing a series eventually. You know, we've been talking about it for about 1.5 years, but we're gonna eventually take to production a series called Ripples. We're doing that with Mothers Against Police Brutality, and it just really shows the ripple effects of what police brutality and police violence can do to families. Because, you know, we look at the initial victims like Tatiana, both of them, you know, George Floyd, and granted, they suffered the worst penalty because they, you know, passed away, but they suffer their fate once. Whereas people that stick around, like daughters, mothers, brothers, uncles, they suffer that fate over and over every day they wake up, and that person's not there. So we're gonna just show the ripple effects of that. Musically, got something. I think I said it before. Like, got something coming out with Killer Mike.
Nice.
And it's also the song that we produce. Also, is gonna be in one of your favorite video games. Can't disclose that just yet, but that's just to let people know that even though I've dove over and, you know, I'm directing films, that you know, I'm still out here, you know, making these beats and these hits. Man, I know, Corey, that's kind of some of the stuff me and Corey got collectively. You got anything you want to mention, Corey?
Yeah, bro. I mean, you pretty much said everything. House of Beats. We got King of Dallas coming up. Yeah, man. Those two are the primary so thus far. I have a project that I kind of wrote, but I mean, I'm not a great writer like Justin Rose, but I do have something in the tank. But that's going to be way down the line. It's something that's near and dear to my heart, and it's based off of an album one of my favorite albums, but I'm not gonna disclose that
You
right
can't
now.
disclose that, but just know it's gonna be
yeah.
great.
But sometime I absolutely, we have to make that happen at some point. Yeah. So yeah, that's.
I got you. And just real quick, shout out to Infinite Science for the $1 super chat. I do appreciate it. Also, he sent another one for $5. So thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Thank you. That is very nice of you. And I'm gonna go ahead and let these gentlemen go. But if they got time, if y'all can just answer this last question from Robert Reed real quick. Are you guys planning on doing some of the film festivals, or does Amazon debut prevent that from happening? And he also says, do you have any advice for people that want to be script writers? On the last question, I'll just say start. But if y'all have a quick answer for that gentleman, you can address it if you want to.
What I would say, Robert, to address the script writing question, and then I can go back as far as the film festival. Not only do you just start, and that's great because you got to do that, but try to get with some people that can bring your script to life. Because I'm telling you, that's what we did with It's a Wonderful Play. Who knows how long we would have been shopping it if we didn't. And of course, we're blessed to kind of have a lot of the tools to do it. But when you get a script, if you're a script writer, the best thing that you can try to have is build a team of, even if they're new creators, people that want to bring it to life. Because even when initially when we were in the Viacom offices shopping one of our shows to BET, we got in there because they were like, it's people that have millions of dollars that write scripts and they tell somebody else, hey, bring this to life. When what they were impressed by was not only did we write a script and have an idea, we brought it to life ourselves. So even though it wasn't all the way refined just then, now we're getting to a point of being able to refine it. So as a script writer, please try your best to figure it out. If you can, it's not overnight, but keep writing and still shop your stuff the regular way. But also, if you can get a team to bring your visions to life, so that way you can have your visions even in a pre-form to show them what it can be. That would really help. So try those two things. As far as the film festival debuts, that we were having problems. What's funny is we got in the film festival in 2019, but we were having problems with the film festivals. I ain't gonna say problems, but we the thing about film festivals, in which I love them, but at the same time they can be restrictive, and why we had to do it ourselves is because we knew the goal that we were sitting on. We were submitted to film festivals, and film festivals won't allow you to show the film or do anything with the film until they give you yes to no. And typically, to be totally honest, a lot of times they have what they're going to play anyway. And so you got thousands of creators around the world that are like stuck in limbo, waiting for the film festivals to give them a no that they know they're going to give them. So no, we're not going to put it back in the film festival circuit unless a film festival specifically, as this popularity grows, wants to screen it. Then at that point, cool. So it's like that. Film festivals are a gift and a curse, man, because if you get in them, it's great. If you get in, Canes and all this other stuff, it's great. But typically, it seems like, if you don't, it just kind of like puts your film on ice. So I don't know. I know for us, to me, with the route we're going, with having a direct distributor, with people loving our film, it's almost like, that was a good pub. But I like the do-it-yourself model that we're blessed to do. Not everybody is blessed to do that, but we're in a situation to where I would rather control my fate, than submit something and then have to wait 4 months for a potential no. But that's just my take. I'm not. And another thing I would say, I'm not trying to ramble, just trying to give you the best answer possible. American Black, like, we got a lot of inspiration and we drew a lot of things from film festivals. So I'm not totally dogging. Like the Denton Black Film Festival showed us love and gave us some encouragement, inspiration. The Gentleman Jack Reel to Real film festivals, which were the best, they need to bring those back. They're free film festivals that just, really, and when you have a free film festival already sponsored, they're looking for the best stuff to me. So the film festivals have done us great, but it comes to a point to where when you really have ideas, you kind of want to be in a pipeline for them to reach out to you and for you just to be the person that just puts it out yourself, because it's very possible. So I'm just throwing a lot of information against the wall because there's no right or wrong way, but I just want to give you all the information that I have.
I appreciate that, man. Well, I have kept these gentlemen here longer than I said. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's all good.
I was good. My phone was messed up. I owed you some more time anyway without my technical difficulties, man.
It's good. It's all good. Well, gentlemen, again, I want to thank you so much for being here. Guys, again, you can support this film. It's a wonderful plight. It is on Amazon right now. You can rent it for $4.99 or buy it for $9.99. And so, gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. And y'all are welcome back to promote anything y'all are working on ever in the future. Just let me know. You know how to contact me. And again, it was nice meeting you, Justin and Corey. It was good seeing y'all, and I want y'all to have a good night and peace out. All right.
And thank you for having us, brother. I really appreciate that, man.
No problem. Peace out. Peace out. Y'all have a good one.
Y'all take care, everybody.
All right. All right. What is going on, guys? And so we're gonna keep the party going. I'm gonna try to change this thumbnail. Let me change my background real quick. But those are the co-directors, Justin Rhodes and Corey Williams. We all went to UNT, and so that is just fascinating right there that these gentlemen were able to promote their film. And let me go ahead and bring in another guest to the show, and that is the living legend, Larry. What is going on, my brother? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm just trying to be like you when I grow up. That's all. You know.
Really? Why you want to be like me, man? I'm trying to be like you.
Man, you just have this YouTube channel blowing up. You have filmmakers on. You're getting early screenings. You got the super chats popping. I'm just trying to be like you when I grow up, man. That's all.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess. Well, thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. And yeah, man, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the chat, holding everything down. How was your day, man? And how was your weekend and all that good stuff?
Yeah, man, everything's pretty good. It was pretty productive. I'm tired. I haven't slept much. I haven't been sleeping all that much, but because I've been up just working nonstop. And plus, the Tour de France just started this Saturday, and for those of you who don't know, I am a very big cycling fan. I love cycling, and I've been watching the Tour every year for decades. And so, it runs off of time. It runs off the time in France, and it's 5 hours ahead. And so, at like 6, 7 a.m., I'm up watching this thing. And since I usually don't go to sleep until very late, I usually only get a couple of hours of sleep, if any. So, yeah, but I'm happy because the tour is back and I get my full cycling fix.
Larry, I did not know you was into cycling, man. I did not know.
Yeah, man.
I love it. I have to pick your brain because there's something about it that I just don't understand. I think it's the indoor cycling. I could be wrong, but it's just something that I don't fully understand.
Like the velodrome stuff?
The velodrome? What is that?
That's like the indoor stuff. That's what they do all the time. They do time trials outside and stuff too. But yeah, the velodrome is indoors.
I got you. And Zia Latrice, one of the loyalists here. Thank you so much for the super chat.
What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. Okay, I told you before.
I do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Zia Latrice.
I gotta ask you about. I'm really curious now, man. You talking about cycling, man, and so that's what's up. And I'm since we are transitioning, like what we're. Oh, let me. Well, now I'm gonna do it like this. Since I was trying to change my thumbnail, but it's giving me a hard time. Oh no, okay, I got it. I got it. So, Larry, what you been watching on TV lately, if anything?
Let's see. I did watch just yesterday. I watched Fear of a Black Quarterback. That's on Vice. It's a documentary about black quarterbacks, as it sounds, and it talks a lot about the history of black quarterbacks when they start off from the first black quarterback that started. It was a brother that played for the Denver Broncos, all the way up through modern day quarterbacks. And it's a very, very interesting documentary. Just some of the stuff that these brothers had to go through and still go through. They talk about Cam Newton and when he was signed and how they wanted to keep him as like this super squeaky clean dude who had this super squeaky clean image. And, you know, it was like a point where he wanted to grow his hair out. We know he grew his hair out. He had to go to the team owner and tell him, hey, I'm thinking about growing my hair out. I'm thinking to myself, you're a grown man.
Yeah,
you're a multi-millionaire, and you have to go to this white man in the front office to get permission, basically, to grow your hair out. I mean,
that's horrible.
The league is on some straight up, the NFL is on some straight up plantation stuff. It is crazy. So
I got you. Let me get this super chat real quick. And Eman, thank you so much, my Y'all go follow him. Y'all know who he is. He is in the description of this video. He is also on my channel tab. And so go show this brother some support. And Larry too. All of his information is down below as well. Now, Larry, what is the name of that show? This program again that you're talking about? What's it called?
It's called Fear of a Black Quarterback.
And what platform is it on?
It is on Vice. So if you have Vice, you can check it out. It actually,
what the hell is Vice?
You never heard of Vice?
I mean, I think I have. I didn't know it was like a TV program, a streaming platform. It's a streaming platform, or is it a channel?
Vice has their own channel. They used to.
Okay, I'm sure.
It used to be just Vice News that came out on. Well, it used to be Vice that it was just a TV show that was on HBO, I believe, at first, where they did. It was like once a week. They did documentaries, like these short form documentary news pieces. And then they came out with Vice News, and now they have the Vice channel, which is out there. Now, Vice has been around for a long time. They've had their print division for a long time, but as far as their video stuff, so
you see,
but they put out really, really excellent content. I mean, when the rest of the world is, when I say the rest of the world, I mean like when the rest of like the US TV, mainstream news is putting out the same 5 stories every day or the same 2 stories every day, the building collapse or whatever else is, whatever other political story is, infrastructure, the same stories. These people are actually spending money to cover news like newspapers and magazines used to do back in the day, when they would actually send their journalists to the far reaches of the world and cover stories. And Vice is doing that. And that's something that we just don't see very often anymore. But yeah, it is a fantastic network. They have a lot of great content on there, from their news programs to their weekly documentary program to Fear of a Black Quarterback. They have that series, Dark Side of the Ring. They have the other one, Dark Side of Football. They have one coming out. I think it's called the Dark Side of the 90s. And
a lot of darkness.
So definitely worth the watch.
Okay, I will definitely put that in the queue or whatever.
I was also watching Betty's on HBO this weekend too. So
what is Betty's? What is Betty's?
Betty's it's an interesting show. It's about a group of teenage girls who are skateboarders in New York, and it's a really sort of an eclectic group of girls. It's like there's most of them are black, but there's one white girl in there, and they're all skateboarders. There's just sort of like skateboard chicks, and going through all their teenage angst stuff. And so, but they're dealing with regular teenage, young adult, adolescent, early adult problems, and boys, girls, sexuality, gender stuff, money, all that kind of stuff. It is an interesting series. It's sort of like for someone like me, where there's a generational divide, it sort of gives me a little bit of a window into what some of these younger folks are thinking. And I have to admit, when I look at some of it, I'm just like, it seems so far removed. I seem so far removed from where they are today. It just seems very, very different from how my adolescence was. But I guess that's what it is.
I got you. Now, recently there were some trailers that dropped last week. We didn't get to talk about it. But have you seen the Shang-Chi trailer? Correct.
I have, and wow. I know
Wow,
some
that's
people were upset. They felt there were too many spoilers in there, Eman. But it was.
yes. E-Man don't like the spoilers. And let us know in the chat, guys, that you like the Shang-Chi trailer. But go ahead, what you were saying.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I mean, trailers, the job of a trailer is to get you excited to see the movie.
Correct.
It is to make you want to go and see that movie, and that trailer did exactly that. That trailer had me pumped up like I want to see this movie.
Yes, I do too. I do agree though. I don't think they should have shown the abomination in the trailer. Nobody knew that was coming. Nobody. They never would have guessed. But can you imagine how badass that would have been if we did not know, and then we see him in the trailer? Like, oh snap! Like, because it's just like, I mean, that would have been huge. That would have been huge. People would have been salivating at the mouth. I think we also got, he was fighting, it looked like Wong or somebody that, you know, knew magic or something at the end. You know, I'm just, while the trailer was amazing, Zia the Tree says, yeah, trailer was good. That's just, I think that's horrible. What did she say? Strictly Starlight, I can't watch any more Marvel trailers. How much? Why is that, Strictly Starlight? Why can't you watch anymore? I was thinking about playing it right now, but I think everybody has seen it. For them to show that means they don't have much faith in the film. Maybe.
I don't know. It could be that they don't have much faith in the film. It could also be that they have so much other stuff that's great packed in there that giving this little nugget away just wasn't going to be anything. Like this, like we may think this was a huge deal, and then when we see the film, we're like, oh, this was nothing, you know, because there's so much other great stuff in there. So you just never know. But Marvel does have a history of giving some stuff away. So it's sort of like, if you don't want it given away, don't watch the trailers. But at some point, it really doesn't matter, because when the trailers drop, everybody's going to talk about them. And if you're the type that's following Marvel news and what's going on, you're going to hear about it anyway. So you might as well just watch the trailer.
Right on. I think we may have somebody else coming too, and I want to ask him about this trailer. But before I do that, have you seen the Karen trailer?
I did.
And let us know in the chat, guys, if you've seen the Karen trailer. Let us know.
God.
What
I saw that. I am not planning to watch that movie. What? It looks like it could be entertaining, no doubt. I'm not saying that it's not, but it almost it feels to me like it is. And it may not be, because I haven't seen it, but from the trailer, it feels like it's really bordering on just straight up, you know, black trauma porn and exploitation of black trauma. And I don't know. I might watch it and then I don't know.
I got you, man. I'm gonna check it out because it seems really on the nose. As long as black people get justice and they're not being terrorized, you know, they're not being tortured, I think it'll be pretty straight.
Well, we know they're getting tortured. We see it in the trailer that they're getting tormented.
Well, yeah, you're right. I forgot.
I mean, there's no getting around that. We see that they're going to get tormented, and it seems to me like at some point that woman may have seduced the man and lured him to compromising himself sexually, which now puts him at risk for all kinds of other stuff as well.
That would be horrible.
That's what it seemed. That's what they alluded to in the trailer.
Yeah. And OneTakeBigDog, I just saw your comment, man. I sent you the link, man. So my bad. I wasn't ignoring you or whatever. Zia Latrice said, "Yep, Larry. I'm gonna watch the trailer. Should I play the trailer, Zia Latrice and SJ Evans? You know."
Yeah, I feel like you should just go on and play it, man.
Really? Okay.
I do like the actress that's playing the Karen though. I liked her in Orange Is the New Black, and she's a talented actress, so I'll give her that. So she probably can play this role very well, maybe too well, and you know.
I got you. I got you. Well, guys, if you haven't seen, let me check out this comment real quick. Okay, I thought it was something else. But yeah, guys, this is going to be on BET, and here is the Karen trailer, the Karen movie trailer. Here you go.
Guess this is a long way from East Point.
Baby, you just gotta give it a chance.
Tell me about your new neighbors.
They're black.
Do you mind keeping it down? If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
Somebody's taking home security serious.
Hi, I am Karen Drexler. I'm your neighbor. You need to be taking your trash cans off the curb right when the trash is picked up.
Is she nice?
Yeah, she's nice.
Wait a minute. We have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
Karen, hey, enjoy yourself.
There she is, slaving away in the kitchen. I've come across some very suspecting teenagers.
Suspecting?
Can you please hurry up? Please, they're very aggressive. Yep.
I left my wallet with my ID at home. Leave us alone. We didn't do anything.
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know, we have criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of her.
Would you mind stepping out of the car?
My office has uncovered some disturbing information on her and her brother.
She doesn't like black people.
We have a search warrant.
Well, I'm black.
I know, she doesn't like you either.
I want to sell the house.
What'd I do? You can't tell me, huh?
We are living next door to a racist. You went in her house?
You wouldn't want your wife to know our little secret, right?
That was not standard police procedure back there.
What do we have here?
We got a hammer. Everything looks like nails.
You people are very angry.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Bad things happen to people that don't comply.
There you go, guys. The Karen trailer. Larry's like, what the hell? Man, I hope that they get to just, at the end, they get to beat the shit out these white supremacists' ass. They get ran over, chopped up, boiled water thrown on their faces while their hair is ripped out. That would be such, bro, that would be like so amazing. You know, I mean, they're evil. You know, I'm not saying I want this to happen to just, you know, somebody I don't like, but these are evil demon people, you know? So, hey, I'm here for it. It's something that I'm not going to take too seriously, but I'm here for it. And bringing in my second guest, the king of anime, it's Mr. OneTakeBigDog. How you doing, my brother?
What's going on,
What you think about that? You seen that Karen trailer, bro?
Yeah, somebody said it to me the other day, man. That's stuff.
What are your thoughts? What are your Zia Latrice said it was ripped straight from the headlines, bro. What you got, man?
Bro, it just looks terrible. It just like you get the smallest thing and people just, let's make a movie about it. Everything don't need a movie, man. Everything don't need a movie, bro.
Okay. That is true talk if I've ever heard it right there. Everything does not need a movie.
That's true.
You know?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna give it a chance, man. I'm gonna give it a chance. There is no they keep changing this dang site, but there is no release date for this. But I'm gonna check it out, man.
They just made a trailer. They didn't make a full movie. They just made a trailer.
Oh, really? trying to pub the platform or whatever. Yeah, they really don't got no date, man. Why they I don't know. They should have gave us a date, but I'm gonna check it out. But we were just talking about Shang-Chi, man. How you feeling about the Shang-Chi Shang-Chi trailer?
Let me tell you, because I know y'all were just talking about the Abomination. I think that was something that actually got me a little bit more excited. But I was also, I guess I wasn't paying attention well enough that I didn't know he was like fighting Wong. I thought he was actually fighting Shang-Chi, and I was thinking, because I know you told me how great a fighter he was. I'm like, oh, if he's able to fight Abomination using just strictly martial arts, that would have been something I was like excited for. But that is Wong. Yeah, I'm looking at it a little bit different. I also thought the rings was something that went on your fingers, but a lot of people telling me in the comics that is what it is, and they just switched it up for the movie. But I think toward like, I mean, the trailer was cool, but I think like the second half of it what really got me and made me excited for the movie.
I gotcha. Yeah, man. The comics they were on the fingers or whatever, and this was more of an Iron Man villain than it was a Shang-Chi. And I don't know. I don't think I knew that was Wong, and it may not be Wong, but it looks like Wong. But I didn't even put that together until like I saw other people talking about it on their outlets and stuff like that. I just thought
Wong, Doctor Strange is Wong.
Yeah. If you look at it again, they have the you know how to do little orange magic stuff.
Why would Wong be in a cage fight?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I saw somebody's channel and they gave a good reason, because Wong may be trying to go after these secret magical artifacts because he doesn't want them to fall into the wrong hands. And maybe the Shang-Chi people, that organization or something, I don't know, or that division of the world may have a key to it or have access to it. And he has to maybe enter in the tournament to win it or something like that, or to get the map or something. I don't know. I'm kind of spitballing here, but that's kind of how they explained it to me, or they explained it in their video. And it seemed it seemed interesting. But yeah, if it is Wong fighting the Abomination in a cage fight, that's just interesting. And I'm just saying to myself, why the hell is Abomination in the cage? He should be able to break out of everything. I mean, you know, like what? So as far as it piquing my interest and just me wanting just to have answers and be like, you know, what the hell is going on? I am definitely curious as far as that's concerned, you know. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see. Strictly Star, like I said, Orange Magic. But Larry, let me ask you this, man. What's going on with John Boyega right now, man? What's going on with him?
Man, he you know, he walked off one of his movies and they said it was family issues. There was some other people, you know, you never always get the full story unless you're truly on the inside. Some people said that he was fired. Other people say that he just simply walked off the set because he was unhappy about the way the movie was going and his accommodations in the production team and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's you know, it's rare. It's rare, and I can't think of any time really where somebody truly just walked off the set and was like, "I'm done with this movie," because that would kill your career.
It would,
you know,
it would.
Because no one after that would trust to hire you, because I mean, you put out all these millions of dollars to make a movie, and then you just walk off. It's too much of a risk to hire you again. Now, I mean, I've heard of times where people have had family issues where somebody's died or someone's given birth and they've basically been like, I don't care if production is suspended. I'm going to see my kid being born, or I'm going to the funeral of my mother or grandparent or something. I understand where things like that happen, but usually that's just like a temporary halt in production. They go do their thing and they come back. And oftentimes usually when that happens, the studios usually are like, look, we'll get you a private jet and fly you out there and get you a car and put you up and do everything they can so they can make sure they can get you back as soon as possible. You know, so to have this dude just straight walk off the set for some undisclosed family issue, that's a tough one, man. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, if it's true, if he really does have family issues, then maybe Netflix is working with him. But if it's just if he was upset about something and walked off the set, we may not be seeing him much anymore.
You just can't do that. And I haven't read this myself, and that's my fault. But I'm gonna read it now a little bit. Beyond John Boyega's abrupt exit from Netflix's Rebel Ridge, the streaming cited family reasons for a star's departure from the $25 million production with shooting underway, but sources say he may simply walked away. In early June, John Boyega abruptly exited the Netflix production Rebel Ridge for a family reason, according to statements released by the streamer at the time. But other sources say that, in fact, Boyega simply walked away from the production with filming underway, which, according to one person with knowledge of the situation, the filmmakers only discovered that when they looked for him at his hotel and found that he had checked out. According to sources, there seemed to be no one incident that prompted Boyega to leave in the midst of shooting. Several insiders, however, say that the star had a myriad issues ranging from the script to his accommodations. That's probably it right there. You know, I mean, I'm a root for Boyega. Top Netflix executive, including head global films Scott Smith, CEO, tried to persuade the star to return, but no success. Doesn't crewmate on the chest were let go after Boyega's departure. Oh, you making people lose jobs as the production disbanded. The shutdown may be temporary. However, sources say the new plan is to resume shooting with a new lead early next year. This is horrible. Industry veterans say that they cannot remember an instance in which a star walked away from a movie when filming underway, and that's not true because I've heard a number of stories where, well, I've actually heard stories where the director of a movie walked away on the first day of the movie. They were just like, I don't want to do this, and then just walked away. But I guess that's slightly different.
Yeah, that's not a star because if you're a director, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like the director is not very, very important to the film. It is, he is or she is, but they're not on camera.
Right.
And if you start shooting as a star and then you walk away, they have to reshoot all those scenes.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Either that or you're gonna have to do some stuff like they did in you know, and what's that zombie joint with Tig Nogara, or what's her name? Tig
Army of the Dead.
Yeah, Army of the Dead. Unless they're going to do some stuff like that where they're going to put her, you know, shoot all her scenes on green screen, but something like that costs a small fortune to do that.
you know, smaller first and then fortune. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But peep this right here. It says industry veterans say they cannot remember an instance in which a star walked away from a movie when filming was underway. I know actors who wanted to back out of a movie, but no one actually bails, said one top executive who is not involved with the movie. Not once they started shooting. Boyega's London agent Femi Oguns denied an email that Boyega had unceremoniously exited the project. I can categorically say these rumors are completely untrue. He wrote, people will form their opinions often rooted from boredom. Wow. As stated, John unfortunately left due to family reasons, which is the truth, which in truth is none of anyone's business except his own. I'm on the fence with that. John and Netflix have a wonderful relationship which will continue to grow for years to come, whether that be through his acting or through Boyega's production company, Upper Room. I mean, yeah, if it's a family matter, yeah, that is personal. But at the same time, when hundreds of people are relying on you to make a film and they're flying around the country or the world to do so, and you know, all this scheduling, you can't just be like, it's nobody's business. OneTakeBigDog, what do you think about this just off the top of your head? I know I didn't send you the article, so that's my bad, but you know, from what we've talked about so far, how you feel about this?
Yeah, man, this is like strange just in general because but at the same time, I mean, I don't know John Boyega at all, and once again, we obviously don't know what's going on with his family. But for him to just pretty much just stop everything and just leave, because one, that's a bad look on you. Two, you know, other people will lose their jobs because of. Three, you still want to have a working relationship with Netflix, and if you do something like this just for the sake of not wanting to do the film, or you finally realize like as you're shooting that you don't like the script, then everything that starts to trickle down to everything that you're involved with, and nobody won't be involved with anything. Now you have this production company in which you're responsible for a lot of other people, and who I'm sure you have a great relationship with because, like, you know, they're employees or whatever. So if you do this, that's not just you that gonna take a hit from it. It's everybody and everything that you've already built with your career. So I mean, I don't want to say I hope it's a family issue because, you know what I'm saying, you want everybody's families to be well, but at the same time, that's kind of what you gotta like look. Well, it's kind of what you want, simply because you don't want to see somebody's career completely go down the toilet for making, I mean, one just terrible decision.
Yeah,
I got you. Let me grab a super chat real quick from Miss Strictly Starlight.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, I'll tell you.
Thank you so much, Sweetie Pie, for the $4.99 super chat. Is that pounds? for that super sticker. Thank you. I do appreciate all the love you were sending from the UK. Yeah, Larry, anything else you want to add to that, man? Because yeah, this is problematic, man.
I mean, when the whole George Floyd thing was going on, he was out there in the streets in the protest, as I'm sure we saw the photos with him out there in the middle of the protest with his bullhorn, protesting, which, I mean, a lot of people were like, that's cool. And a lot of people are like, yeah, that's what a lot of celebrities should do. But a lot of celebrities didn't. And they didn't because it puts their jobs at risk. It puts their livelihood at risk, because a lot of people get pissed off about that. And then studio heads are like, well, there's a lot of conservatives in this country that are upset with you now, and they're not going to go watch your movie. And it just makes me wonder, like, is he okay? Because a lot of people, when it comes down to thinking about stuff, they're just like, no, I'm not going to do it because I want to make my money. When they're not doing it, maybe I don't know. It just makes me wonder if the dude is okay. Because people don't just walk away like that. Like, people will say, no, I signed on to a project, but then I realized it wasn't right for me after it was started to develop, or I had conflicts with the director, or I had conflicts with some other project because it was only supposed to go for 6 months, and now it's talking about going 9 months and I have another movie. There's all kinds of reasons why people walk away from projects before they start filming. It just tells me something may be really wrong with this dude if it's not a family issue. And
yeah, hopefully.
I just hate to see it happen. I just hate to see a black person do this, because we have a hard enough time making it, and then to do this, and I mean, that's
Yeah, it is. So, it sucks. It sucks. But guys, man, what else sucks is just this news cycle, man. There just really isn't much to talk about, Even all the larger publications that I follow, they were just like, yeah, there's no, like, Thursday and Friday, they didn't talk about news. They either canceled their show or just as hey, ask me anything. And so I may shut it down here in a second, but anybody in the chat, y'all have any thought-provoking questions that y'all want to throw out there real quick that the crew can answer? Because if not, I'm coming up at an hour and 46 minutes. I can what I am gonna do, though, I didn't get a chance to do it last night, OneTakeBigDog, but I am gonna watch that Rurouni Kenshin movie tonight, because I didn't watch your review, but I saw your thumbnail.
Which movie?
It's called Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin, yeah.
It is based off of, to my knowledge, it's based off of a Japanese animation where it's just sword fighting, and it's badass.
Yeah.
And he showed me a clip of it, and it looks fire. It's on Netflix. And so I know he know how I like my fighting and stuff like that. So he wasn't recommending if it was booty, if it was boo-boo.
Nah.
So so I'm trying to, because I'm more of a, when it comes to my fighting, I'm more of a hand-to-hand type person, but I still like my weapons too. And they was swinging them swords, man. They was trying to chop off some limbs. I'm like, God, dog. I mean, did it kill your mama or something? I mean, just everywhere with it. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to pick up my pen, but I couldn't pick it up. So, and one take, Larry recommended Fear of a Black Quarterback was the name, correct?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay.
What'd you think about it?
No. I saw you recommend it. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
You said it's on Vice.
Yeah, it's on Vice. It's on Vice.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you recommend? One take.
Right now, I'm actually just finishing up this series on HBO Max. What is it called? Made for Love. I think starring Kristen Milioti. She was the co-star in the film Palm Springs with Andy Samberg. It's a really good movie. Series. It's pretty much about like this guy who invents a chip that pretty much like puts couples like in each other's minds, so you can know what the other person is thinking. But she got the chip put in her mind without her consent and everything, so he can see everything that she's doing and know exactly how she's feeling. But like she wants to leave him, so it's kind of a weird a situation. So that's pretty entertaining. Other than that, I watched the first Mission Impossible film and I reviewed it. I haven't put my review up yet because I wanted to have them coming back to back. So, and I started the second one last night. Second was a little bit. The second was definitely seeming a little bit different from the first one, though. With like with the chick or whatever. But I'm finished it tonight after we get off here.
I was just
Give us
about
a
to
little
say.
teaser of what you thought.
Hold on. Before that, I was just about to say, bro, is the first one is completely different from the rest. You know what I'm saying? It's like a completely different tone. Oh yeah, go ahead. What answer Larry's question as far as like what you think so far?
I did enjoy the first one, but my whole thing with it though is that I saw it coming, just simply based on who was in the cast. And you know, there are certain people who just play villain roles. And so there was a certain character who was like a hero not even say a hero, I would say a protagonist in the beginning of the story. And I just knew eventually I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna last long. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it was smart, but also one of the scenes don't necessarily hold up because it was like, you know, like CGI from like 1996. I think that's when the first one came out.
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, the train and the helicopter. I was just like, okay, that looks kind of weird. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But other than that, I'm enjoying it though.
To answer your question, Quarter Adams, I have not seen any of those.
Really?
Star Wars: The Clone Wars. You talking about the show or the movie? The show, no.
I thought you were caught up on Snowfall.
I never started, bro.
Oh man, you are missing out.
Yeah.
I just started and like caught up this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I may try to catch up on a lot of stuff in July because I got a week off of work, but we'll see. I still got to catch up on The Boys and not Emperor, but the HBO Max show
Warrior.
Warrior. Those are definitely on my to-do list or whatever. But guys, my mic is falling. What do y'all have any final words, man, before we head out of here and want to promote your channel, plug your channel?
Before we go, Barry, did either of you get a chance to watch the Halloween Kills trailer?
Trailer or the movie?
The Halloween Kills trailer.
No.
Oh, the trailer. No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't say nothing.
I was gonna play it, but
I won't say nothing.
I got it ready to play, but it's copyrighted, and I may react to it. And I'll just say this, guys. I don't want to spoil anything. I just want to say thank you so much for all the super chats that y'all help donate to get my computer. Thank you. That's all I'll say right now. But I'll just say thank you. I do appreciate it. That's all I'll say. So I'll wait before I say anything else. But thank you. Larry knows exactly why I'm doing it like that. But Larry, do you have any final words, my brother, before we head out of here? Anything you want to put on your channel?
I mean, I'm still just plugging away, putting out my product reviews, man, and doing my stuff. I have my haul videos I'm putting out. I did the last two of them. I actually did live, partly because I was a little bit behind schedule and I just didn't have time to shoot it, edit it, and upload it. So I figured I'm just gonna shoot it live. Not this week, but the week before I did it at a reasonable hour. This week I did it at like, I don't know, it was like 1 a.m. or something ridiculous. And I was like, let me just get this done. But
and I saw this video right here talking about a better coffee tumbler and water bottle. I watched that one.
Yeah, that's this company called Bindle Bottle. They sent me a bottle called the Sip and Stash and another one, their coffee tumbler. The Sip and Stash is very cool because it has a water bottle on top and on the bottom it screws off and it has a compartment under there where you can actually put like your keys or a wallet or whatever, or you could, like, they even show in there some people put like nuts and stuff in there, so you can have maybe water or juice or something up top and then have like nuts or some sort of snack on the bottom. You can put whatever. I like it because I think about like when like when I've gone to the beach. When I was a kid and I used to go to the beach and go surf, we would leave our stuff on the beach, but sometimes we'd have to have someone stay behind because people would come by and they would steal your wallet and your money and stuff off the beach because you're out there in the water. You can't really see your stuff. And even if you do see somebody roll up to steal your stuff, you can't get back out there quick enough anyways. So, something like this is a nice way where you can sort of keep your stuff out of just the keep it just out of plain sight, and that's half the battle, is just not leaving stuff in plain sight. So
right on. And I can't, sorry if you just mentioned it, but it was something you said in that video too about going to the beach And not, where are you gonna put your wallet and your money if you're in the water and you don't want to just? I never thought about that because we don't got no beaches in Dallas. But I was like, damn, that is true. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. But what is Cordell Adams saying? Brandon, why Star Wars, Clone Wars? Oh, I already put that comment up there.
So that's a nice water bottle. The coffee tumbler is the bomb. I use that thing every single day now. That thing is just absolutely incredible. It is fantastic.
Already. So, One Take Big Dog, pub yourself. What you got?
I think that was whoever was asking about Snowfall. I got a review for each season of Snowfall and each season of Castlevania up on my channel. I react. I got this week we have a few trailer reactions. I still got to upload my scene trailer reaction. Got My Hero Academia from yesterday. My thoughts on F9. I know Behavior wasn't really a big fan of it, but I have some different stuff to say about it.
I saw your review too.
Yeah, it's a couple. Like I said, a few different trailer reactions for pretty much everything that's coming out tomorrow. Later on this week, I'll be reviewing the 5th and final season of 7 Deadly Sins on Netflix. My Made for Love review will also be coming out this week. I think I might watch Warrior. I got some free time, so I'm probably gonna watch Warrior this week.
Damn.
Love Victor season 2. And to my knowledge, I think that's all I got coming out this week.
I wish I had all that time, my brother. Well, yeah. Go subscribe to the channel. One Take Big Dog. He is right there. Got you good content. And yeah, man, we need to do like an anime show once a week on live or something. But we can definitely do that when I get this new computer. Anyway, man, already been gardening. But yeah, man, what I got this week? My Black Widow review will be coming out this week. And no, I have not seen the film yet, but it will be coming this week.
You gonna review it? You gonna review without seeing it?
No, I think I may. I'm gonna see it tomorrow. But I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I think the review embargo lifts Tuesday morning, and I may get my access tomorrow evening. So right after work, I'm gonna be watching it. Yes, he works as hard as Sharronda. Let me talk about Sharronda real quick. Even before the pandemic, Sharronda will watch movies and TV shows on her lunch break. Just like I'm like, how do you do it or whatever? Like I can't do that. I got to be focused at home. You know what I'm saying? She would be at work. Go to her car, pull out the laptop, watch review it, and I'm like, man. But she works hard. And so does One Take Big Dog. Everybody here works hard. So, but yeah, guys. So that's gonna wrap it up for the show today, guys. Again, if you love what me and One Take Big Dog had to say, and Larry, excuse me, you can follow us all on social media like normal. Everybody's link is down in the description box, and also you can head over to the channel tab. Also, if you was here earlier in the live, I had Corey Williams and Justin Rose, the directors for It's a Wonderful Plight. That is on Amazon Prime right now, and all of their information is down below as well. And so, guys, again, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget, I'm B. Avery, that's Larry, and One Take Big Dog, and that is Just Our Opinion. And I will see y'all next time live this Wednesday, 6 p.m. CST, to discuss Loki episode 4. And also, I have another guest joining us as well, in addition to One Take Big Dog. But guys, again, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. And that is Just Our Opinion. Peace out.
Peace.